Let me start out with a guess. When you start sketching for a character design, you would probably start with the outline. Was I right? Well, what if I told you that there's an alternative way, a way that can allow you to create more powerful and also surprising gestures and character designs? I call this way the silhouette method. In this video, I'll present to you 4 different examples of how you can work with the silhouette actively in the creation of your character designs or whatever you're working on at the moment. And here they are. Example 1. Watercolor silhouette. Tap into whatever universe you like. You might be working in anime style or working on a specific character at the moment. In my case, I'm watching the Hedge Knight series, so I will go with a knight's theme. What you do is you pick a light watercolor, and then you start out with a slight idea of the motif you have in your mind, but also be kind of open to let the brush go whatever it feels like. Try to vary your silhouette with broad and thinner shapes. This will add interest. I'm trying to capture the silhouette of a horse here. This horse's legs seem weird and off to me in the moment, but maybe I can use it as an advantage later on. Let's continue and paint another shape. This time around I have a character in mind, maybe like a hat here. And let's do a final one. Maybe someone with a sword. I'm thinking of someone maybe protecting himself. And now the time has come to let the watercolor dry. And then we apply with a fine liner, or you could also use a watercolor pencil. The only thing they have to remember is that you have to choose one of a darker tone than the watercolor you applied, so that we can see what we're doing here. So I think my horse became a pony, but never mind that, because what I like about this shape here of the horse is actually the neck, the combination of this line here and up here. There's something strong about that. So I found something that I can work on later on. And the more you give yourself into this coincidence of this method, the more likely you'll find good things. And in my character here, I find a nice triangular shape of a hat. And maybe because of this texture of the watercolor, I find the shape of a beard, making him look quite quirky. The knight here has a powerful stance, and it seems as if he's trying to block something, maybe something dangerous. Second example, the color pencil silhouette. In this case here of the color pencil, I like to use the flat broad side of the color pencil. You can also use a pastel, it's also really effective. And the reason is that I don't work then in details, but rather work with the posture, work with the feeling, work with the silhouette. In this case here, I have a soldier in mind with a shield and a spear in his hand. And again, I try to think about varying the shapes a bit. So I have some broad shapes, I have some thinner shapes. So we add some interest. I then choose a darker color pencil. And then I try to see where could I put my outline. Maybe a hand there, legs down here. Let's give him some medieval props here. And maybe tone in the pants. This is where you are free to add some details however you like. It's always nice to try some different things out. Might just do another knight here. Let's make a knight who is sort of attacking. And again, I try to sort of let loose a bit of my control. I have the idea of this attacking soldier here, or knight pushing forward. Other than that, I'm just sort of going with my intuition. Third example, creating a silhouette using a digital brush. So in this case here, it's basically the same with the watercolor example. Only here I'm working digitally. And obviously the digital way here has the advantage that you can kind of erase stuff afterwards. And you don't feel so compelled at doing something that's perfect from the beginning. So the trick is also to use a broad brush and then also use a light color as an example of the watercolor. Once you have your pose, you can start adding the outline. And then this method here is something that I did as an experiment when I worked on a children's book. I was a bit tired of always drawing the outline first, so I just tried to block out the shape, block the silhouette out with this light color big brush here. And that's how I came up with this pose here. And also this pose here, in fact. You can see how these two shapes actually mimic each other, like an L shape that mimic each other. Creates a quite nice story here and a gesture. The same was the example of these two characters here walking their way to school. Also I blocked out these two characters and then I added the outline afterwards. Fourth example. There's a tool in Photoshop called the lasso tool. You can grab that and then you can create your shape. Now I'll try to create a horse shape again. And then you color it in with a color. Afterwards you add your details with the outline. Let's also just put a knight on top of there. Again, I constantly think about varying shapes between broad and thinner shapes to create interest. And there we go. You can also do this, use this technique here of the lasso tool technique in the analog world. And then you just have to take a scissor and just cut something out and try to imagine the figure that you have in mind, figure or building or whatever you might be into. It's a really nice way to work around creating something other than you would have if you had started out with the outline. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this method. And if you work with it, has it helped you in any way create your designs? Also, please help me with a thumbs up and a subscription. Have fun drawing, folks.